Alright, how's it going, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo. I got a little special treat for you guys today. I'm going to be doing a painting live. This painting is going to be live here. It's going to be one of those nature landscape type of paintings. I hope that you guys can join me and enjoy this little segment. Let me know what you guys want to see, because I know that some of you guys want to see the palette, some of you guys want to see just the painting. Maybe some of you guys just want me to do this thing right here. I don't know yet what is it that you guys would rather see. So please comment, let me know, that way I can figure it out. But here's the cool thing, okay? My intention is to make this painting live, okay? And then I'm going to auction it today live here on Instagram at 6 p.m. Okay, the auction's gonna go live at 6 p.m. Arizona time or Mountain time, whichever. I think it's the same one, Arizona time. So Arizona, and the auction's definitely open for anyone who wants to participate. But we're gonna start figuring that out, because I know there's some people from different countries that want to participate. They want to be part of it. And I certainly want to make it available for everyone. The auction's going to start at $99, okay? $100, $99. And let's see how this goes. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So this is the painting, the first painting of this auction. And I'm hoping that you guys are going to enjoy this painting. Here we go. And please, comment below if you guys want to see something else. If you guys want to see a different angle of the camera, or, you know, whatever your cup of tea is. This auction and painting, live painting and auction, will be for you guys. So my intention here is that you guys have the best possible experience with it. If you guys want me to comment about the paints I use and the brush strokes and all of that, please let me know. I'm just going to be paying attention to what you guys want to know, what you guys want to find out, what you guys want to hear. So that's pretty much how I'm going to start it. And again, this painting measures 10 by 10 inches. It's oil on canvas. It's yessoed. It's something I don't do much, but I do it from time to time. Put an extra coat of gesso on the canvas. And this is going to be a reflection, okay? This is going to be a pond or river reflection, as you're seeing here. One of the ways that I like to get these paintings going is to just start putting color without really thinking about it so much, without really trying to mix it. I know some people have asked me, do you mix your colors? Do you pre-mix your colors? I really don't. What I do is that I thin my colors. And there's a reason why I thin them. What I mean by thinning them is I do add more oil to the existing tube, right? When I open up a new tube of paint and I put it on my palette here, on my easel, I thin it. I give it a little slight thin, not too much, but just enough so that it's manageable. Because when the paint comes out of the tube, it comes out very hard. And depending on the type of paint also that you buy, right, it comes out very the consistency varies from brand to brand. I personally like to use two brands, one of them being Georgian. And I don't even know if they're still making that. Last time I checked, I had to buy a whole bunch of them because someone scared me and told me that they were not going to make them anymore. And I like to use Winsor and Newton, their brand. It's called Winton. So I'm using a number 10 bright brush, so you can see here. It's a number 10 bright brush. And in order to draw the painting, the very first thing that I do to draw the painting, I'll use a number 4 brush, or sometimes a number 2. round tip brush, and I like to draw first, right? Kind of get the idea of what I'm going to be painting. Just a few lines, not too crazy with it. I don't try to shadow with it so much or anything like that. Just a few lines. The whole purpose of it is to give some idea of the composition, and then when I go into it, it's going to be very loose. Because again, for those of you who don't know, my style of painting is loose brush work. Some people say it's impressionistic, you know, expressionistic, something like that. It's just painting for me. Someone told me that it was spontaneous impressionism. I like that. It sounds pretty legit. Spontaneous impressionism. And you see, there's no way to just. It's very dynamic. There's no single way. It's very dynamic. Either I'm doing this or I'm going up and sideways. It's very dynamic. This is one of the things that I really enjoy about this type of painting, that it's very dynamic. The more loose it is, the more dynamic it becomes. At least in my book here. I don't try to follow a single rule with it. It's open, it's spontaneous, and sometimes I go fast, sometimes I go slow with it, a little slower, but it doesn't matter as long as the persistence of the brushwork is there. What I mean by that is one brush stroke after another, right? To keep it spontaneous. The whole point is to keep it spontaneous. That's the whole point of it. And please do tell me, let me know if you want to see something else, a different angle in the camera, or if you want to see the palette. This is my first time doing this one for this purpose. This is going to be an auction. I will auction this painting later today at 6 p.m. Arizona time, Mountain Time. This auction is in the U.S. So those of you who want to participate, be ready. The auction is going to start at $99. And there will be free shipping anywhere in the U.S. Okay, so the free shipping is anywhere in the U.S. It's going to be auctioned here on Instagram.
Instagram Live.
Instagram Live.
6 p.m. Mountain Time?
6 p.m. Mountain Time on Instagram Live. So I'm going to make another live at 6 p.m. Mountain Time today, where I'm going to be auctioning this painting live. The painting measures 10 by 10 inches. It is a oil on canvas. It's one of my smaller works. And it's a really cool way also of owning an original that otherwise would be either much more difficult to get it somewhere else or at a much higher price as well if you're getting it in one of the galleries that sells my work. So me being the artist, I have the freedom to do this, to auction it and to make it available. I'm mixing a really cool purple here. It's dioxin purple with phthalo blue. It's a really cool, very bright color. And as you know, I mean, purple and green is a match made in heaven. Purple and orange too, why not? So the whole idea of the painting is also to suggest, right? It doesn't. When I paint this type of artwork, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to represent directly what's going on. It's just a suggestion, right? It's. I try to suggest that there's light back there. It's darker over here, in using color. And using color and movement, really, those are the two things that I use mainly to suggest the painting. I'm not so inclined to use line, form, or values. Sometimes I'll make up values simply by using the intensity of color. Those of you who are understand this a bit more know that that's a type of colorist approach, right? It's a colorist approach when you even attempt to create values, form and values simply by using different intensity of the hues. Check it out. Bam. Lots of reflection. And then some pink. All right. And some pink in there. As you can see here, I like to use the tip of the brush, just sort of doing this on the side to get an idea of, again, suggest that that's something maybe happening back there. We're not sure what it is, right? We're not sure what it is. Something's happening back there. There's some sort of life, there's some sort of movement that it's not entirely nature only, right? We might have some structures or people back there. There's something going on back there. This is something that I love doing, and of course, one of my favorite artists that inspired me to play like this, to play with just lots of colors. There's two actually, and they both were from the same movement. The Romantic movement, one of them being John Constable and the other one Turner. Where they suggest that something is going on by simply concentrating a little bit of color in there, you know. There's a little bit of something going on in there. We're not sure what it is, but it invites you. See, if the whole information is not there, it sort of invites you to walk in there and see what it is, make your own interpretations of it. Which is, I mean, it's the best part of the story. best part of a story is that you don't know exactly what's happening. There's gaps. There's an opening for personal interpretation. I'd rather suggest than tell what's happening. Right? And the reality is that even if you're an artist and you're painting this live or plein air in front of the subject or whatever,